Hi guys, Wayne here again. Now, the Aoshima Airwolf is all done. She's all done, she's all sealed, she's all painted, and I finally got the final detailing done. So here's a video of the completed Aoshima Airwolf. I'm just shuffling myself across, so I apologise for that. As you can see, there she is on her stand, all completed. I've also sealed her in. There's the window decal. Also, I don't know if you can make that out. Just get my brush. Also, put the guns in, glued that in. Also, got one of my fine liner pens and drew a little circle on in blue for the camera. At least I think it was a camera. Like I said, all the guns are glued in. The support rods are in place. They're glued in on that side and they're just pushed into place that side because there's a little stopper, well, I would say a plastic stopper, on the gun assembly. So when you push the gun assembly into place with the rods, it just stops. The actual stopper just stops it at the side wall of the side pods. And again, side pods are all green as well, like the one in the TV show. Also, I don't know if you can make that out. I've also gone ahead and put the mid-air refueling rod in, painted the tip silver. Also, I've done the exhausts. Now what I did with the exhausts is they was casted in the crown, but what I did is I mixed some night blue, which I painted Blue Thunder in, and mixed it in with the silver to give it that nice, there's, I don't know if you can make that out on there, that's the Airwolf.tv picture of the exhaust. If you see that burning effect there, pretty much tried to do that on that one. We also, there you go, I've also gone in and on the cover there dry brushed some gold paint on there. Now when I shook it and stirred it, it went down more like a wash than anything, so that's better. There you go. You can just make out the gold there. Like I said, it went down more like a wash, so I was quite chuffed with that. I've also done the tail fin. Now I screwed up big time on that tail fin, because what you're supposed to do before you put the two halves together, you're supposed to slot the tail fin from the inside, both sides, and then push the two halves together, and then the tail fin has got just underneath there inside the assembly, it's supposed to be two little tabs that you'll use to lock into place. You wouldn't need to glue it, but I screwed up. So basically what I did is I've got all the, in my previous video where I put the two tail sections together, got the whole body, two halves of the body together. The tail section I put together, and I thought, nuts, I've got to put that in. I tried to slide it into place, but the tabs wouldn't allow it. So what I did is I shaved the tabs off, pushed it into place, and I put some glue on there, and then some glue underneath, so it'll set right. Also, I screwed up again on the tail fin wings, because on the edge of the tail fin there was supposed to have been a tab that you use to glue into the tab on the side of the tail, tail wing fins. But Aoshima decided to cast it on the sprue right on the tail fins. So when I tried to cut the tail fins off the sprue, I tried to cut round the tab, but it wouldn't have it. So I just cut them off, and I basically just super glued them on. And I've pretty much got them on perfect, so that's not too bad. Also I've done the border, with my little border tape, I've done the black, but again I just super glued them on. And the screwing up never stops, because, again, apologise for the shake cam, in there, before I glue the two pieces together, I'm supposed to have glued some kind of like support washer in. It wasn't a polypropylene sleeve, but it was like a plastic sleeve, and I didn't do that either, so that's the third time I've screwed up. So what I did is I built the propeller housing, the tail rotor housing I should say, which was a piece, the shaft and the actual tail rotor itself. I glued that section on there, and then it was a bit jangle, you know, it was like, it would jangle, wobble inside the housing. So what I did is I've actually glued the shaft in, and also what I've decided to do, these, I painted them on. They're supposed to have been a decal wrap round. The only trouble is, if I'd have wrapped it round, it'd have probably come loose and I wouldn't have got it taut enough. So again, I just painted those on with a bit of red paint. I've also done, oh, there we go. I've also done the rear wing tail light and the support strut for the rear wing. When Errol's on the ground, I suppose Dominic and String, they put that into place so the tail's actually supported on the ground. Again, I've just painted those on because it was one decal and you just wrap it round all the way around, but again I wouldn't have got it taut enough, so I just got got this little brush with a little nib on the end, and I just painted those on very, very intricately. Also, as you can see, she's now on a stand. Now the stand is basically 1 rod, 2 rod, 3 rods. You've also got the, I would say 2 calipers. It's like a male and a female caliper. You screw them in, and then you super glue at each joint. You super glue those in, as you can see. And also, if I can get it right underneath there, it also sits in there. Now I haven't glued it in. It comes off very, very easily, as I'll try and demonstrate with one hand. Again, apologise for the shake again. And as you can see, it comes off real easy. Now, let me just see if I can tip that on its belly without, there we go. I've also done the ADF pod. Now the ADF pod again was cast in the chrome, so what I did is I went all over with the black, all over. And those, I don't know if you can make that out, 2 sides, one there and one goes underneath there. It's on a side, like a side piece. And what I did is I painted it in black, and I tried to dry brush the wiring, all the detail on with a silver, and I dry brushed it on, and then also did those tips in silver. It's not a perfect job, but it's not a bad job. And then once I dry brushed all the wiring, there you go, just slightly better view, and then I just went round my brush and tied it up a bit with the black. But where I couldn't tidy it up, it does look weathered, so I was actually quite glad of that effect. I haven't put that piece in yet. That's the, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some stills and I'm gonna put her on a wheels, on a landing gear, and then once I've took the stills of them, I'm gonna put the plates back into place, and there's also a little square plate for that as well. Also is the rear tail light. I've put that in, but when I put it in, it actually sank into the hole on the one side, so instead of being like that, it was like that. So what I did is I managed to get my cocktail stick, I pulled it out slightly and put some modelling clay in, and then pushed it back down, and it doesn't sink anymore, so that's one good thing. And let me see if I can get that in there. You can just about make the bottom of the upper intakes again, the upper exhausts. Again, you can see it looks like a bit like a violet colour, but it is night blue with silver and a bit of gold dry brushing, just to give you a better view. Also, if you remember, let me see if I can pull that out. Also, you remember the rear countermeasure launcher. Now, also with the top light, now that didn't sink in like the bottom one, so I just, like I said, it was very, very tiny. You paint the covering in the silver, and then the actual light itself in like a fiery red. That's what I did. And then, again with the decal for the window there, that went on quite easy. And then you've got another one of those, I wouldn't say that was a mid-air refueling rod, I don't know, I think that's some kind of transmission rod like the other one. But again, she's turned out really, really nice. I'm glad how she's turned out. Now, there's the base without the Airwolf on it. What I did as well, as you can see, I got an Airwolf logo off the internet, because I was going to buy this as a sticker, but I could only get it from the US, and they wanted, I think it was $6.99 for the sticker, but then they wanted a massive $25 in postage, even though it would have gone in a flat cardboard envelope. So what I did, excuse me, so what I did is I printed it off. Well, I got the picture at work, and our IT manager Gary, I asked him if he'd got a colour printer, and he said, yeah, I've got a colour printer. So what he did is he printed off 3 of those for me, because I thought, shall I glue it down and then go over it with the brush, the gloss, but it'd probably run the ink. So one of the girls upstairs, Sarah, I'm not really a big fan of mentioning her name, but it doesn't matter, she laminated it for me with normal laminate. And then what I've done is I've put 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of double-sided sticky tape on the bottom, and then just cut it off at the corners to match the base. I would have preferred a sticker, but this makes a nice finish. Now, Aoshima, they do a die-cast version of this model kit. Well, it's not a model, it's a model kit, it's a die-cast version, and all that is included with the stand, but on the model kit version they didn't bother. So that's a nice little finish there for the stand. Again, the kit was awesome to build, apart from the small pieces. There's so much intricate detail on this model. So if you ever do consider building Airwolf, the original Airwolf, I'd advise you to buy this kit. Actually, just spend the extra money on this kit. Don't buy the AMT or the Kitec version if you're going to do this. To be honest, you might be better off, if you want to create both these models, Airwolf and Airwolf 2, buy the Aoshima kit for Airwolf, and then buy the Kitec, which is the copy of the 84 AMT kit, or just see if you can get the AMT 84 kit and build it to stock for Airwolf 2. Don't build it for Airwolf, build it to stock for Airwolf 2, because like I said, Airwolf 2 was just a stock Bell 222 painted black and red. Well, there it is, guys. You've seen it all finished now, and I don't know when my next project is. Unfortunately, it probably won't be till I get paid in April. So thanks for watching, guys, these series of videos. Hopefully I haven't bored you too much, and thank you very much, and see you soon.